get yourself aligned with the outcome even when things are challenging, also known as manifesting when you feel a really long way from what you want. So sometimes we can desire something. It may be something personal, or it could be something that is a lot bigger in the world. And we feel like, oh my goodness, this is just so far off. Or we may even be upset or angry with where we are right now rather than being focused and aligned with where we want to go. So this is how to take that journey easier and faster so that you can actually manifest the outcomes that you want. So first of all, if you are in any degree of stress, overwhelm, and burnout, and you have trained with me in the past, you will know practices on how to take that journey to minimal stress or the healthy range. And I mean healthy with regard to stress. So that is always the first thing. The reason why it's really hard for your brain and your nervous system and your mind to get a positive, any positive ideas. That's one of the first things we lose when we're in stress, overwhelm, and burnout. So getting that turned around is really important. So if you're not sure how to do that, reach out to me on the link with this video, because it literally only takes minutes when you know the right practices. So that's first thing. Once you've done that, or maybe you're already in a, you're just not happy about what's happening, but your stress is kind of minimal or mild, then what you're going to do next is get out a piece of paper. And at the top of that piece of paper, write your vision for, in a positive sense, for what you really desire. And then at the bottom of that page, so skip all the way down to the bottom, so there's a big blank space in the middle, and write where you are right now, what you really believe about this topic, or maybe even what you think, you feel, or you believe about that topic. So a statement that kind of summarizes or encapsulates where you are right now. The next thing you're going to do is at the bottom of the page, go up right below that bottom statement and try to write a statement that is one step better. And as you do that, just tune in with yourself and see, do I really believe this statement? If you believe the statement, you'll be like, yeah, that's true, and you won't feel a lot of resistance to it. So if you feel a lot of resistance to it, it's not really helping, you're not really believing it. So try to back it off a little bit. So maybe go a half a step. And if you still can't do that, the best practice that I have seen is to do forgiveness. So do whatever forgiveness practice that you know, and see if you can go back to that statement if you now see it as true. If you don't, forgiveness practice is the thing that's going to help you the most. So stick with that for the rest of the day, forgiveness, and then come back to this to next day. But if you do believe that first statement, then try to improve that statement one step further. So write another statement. So you'll have your first statement at the bottom, a second statement. Now you're going to write a third statement and see if you can make that better. And then check in and see if you believe it. And you're just going to repeat that process over and over again. Do I believe it? If I do, write another one. If I don't, I'm going to back it off a bit and or do forgiveness. So repeat this until you get all the way to the top of the page, which means that you'll believe that outcome that you already wrote. So what I have found, again, I've mentioned these two steps, is forgiveness. And if you have any degree of stress, overwhelm, and burnout, doing practices to turn that around right away, because those practices, when you eliminate stress, it eliminates a ton of negativity that we naturally have when we're in a stressed, overwhelmed state. So if you need any help with that, there is a link below this video where you can reach out to me.